Hi, I am Ayushi Rawat and welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss the September Lead Code Challenge Week 4 problem, day 27. Evaluate division. Now let's have a look at the problem statement. You are given equations in the format a by b equals to k, where a and b are variables represented as strings and k is a real number, floating point number. Given some queries, return the answer. If the answer does not exist, return -1.0. Okay. The input is always valid. You may assume that evaluating the queries will result in no division by error and there is no contradiction. Okay. Now let's have a look at the example. Let's see what example 1 says. So we have our input here. We have first list of equations, another for values and last for queries. So here we have two sub lists inside our equations saying A, B. List 1 and list 2 says BC. And values we have 2.0 and 3.0. So assuming that A by B equals to K, A by B is 2.0 and B by C is 3.0. And we have to calculate the following queries. Those are A by C, B by A by E, A by A and X by X. If it's not possible, remember we can easily return -1.0. Okay. So let's understand this. We have already given A by B and B by C. So first we have to calculate A by C. It's simple mathematics here that if we deduce B from first equation and second equation and equate it, then we will get A by C as 6.0. Okay, for the second equation they are asking B by A. So we can simply reverse A by B to get B by A. That will be 1 by 2. That's 0.5. Next is A by E. We are only given values for A by B and B by C. We do not have E. So here we will return -1.0. Next we have A by A. So here we know anything that divides itself is 1, right? And we can also take it from equation number 1. Here A will be 2 by B. So 2 by 2 by B will be 1. Next, last is X by X. We do not have value for X. So here we will return -1. That should be point, -1.0. Okay. Similarly, we have two more set of example here. Let's see example number 3 here. Our equations are A, B, only one list. So A by B we have 0.5 and we have to form queries that gives A by B, B by A by C and X by Y. So A by B we have 0.5. So we'll return 0.5 here. Next we have B by A. So we can reverse A by B. For A by C and X by Y, we can return -1.0. Why? Because here we do not have any value for C or X or Y. Now let's see the list of constraints given here. 1 is less than equals to equation dot length is less than equals to 20. Equations of I dot length equals to 2. 1 is less than equals to equation of I0, comma equations of I1 is less than equals to 5. Values dot length equals to equation dot length. 0.0 is less than equals to values of I less than equals to 20. 1 is less than equals to queries dot length less than equals to 20. Queries of I dot length equals to 2. 1 is less than equals to query of I0, comma query of I1 is less than equals to 5. And last is equations of I0, equations of I1 and equations of queries of I0 and queries of I1 consist of lowercase English letters and digits. Okay. Hint 1 reads, do you recognize this as a graph problem? Yes. What's a graph? The nodes are the variables and the edges between them are associated with weights that represent a certain value. I hope it's clearer to you. It should become more clearer to you once we code. So let's quickly dive into the coding section. Here I'm going to make use of a helper function. First, we'll transform the input into an adjacency list representing a graph. Now, I'll run a loop over equations using enumeration. Here, I represents the index and var represents the variable or value in equation. Next, I'll initialize our output list here. Now, I'll iterate through the queries and process them. If a variable does not exist in the graph, then we can return minus 1.0. If the query divides a variable by itself, then we'll return 1.0. Otherwise, I'll call our helper function to find the result of the query. And at last, let's return the output. Now let's define our helper function. We are passing three parameters here, the adjacency list, query of 1 and query of 0. So we'll store the adjacency list in graph, query of 0 in start and query of 1 in end. Now we'll maintain a queue of nodes to visit and the value compared so far. We'll start with the first variable. Next, we'll keep a track of the nodes that we have already encountered. Next, we'll run a while loop over queue. Now we'll add a current node to scene. Now if we found the other variable, we'll return the calculated value. Now, for each previous neighbor that we have not seen before, we'll calculate the new value and we'll use a for loop for this. If next is not in scene, then we'll append it in the queue. At last, let's return minus 1.0 here. And that's it. We are done. Now let's try running our code. And now let's try submitting it. And it's done. You can join my Discord server and Telegram channel for regular updates. You can find the code at my GitHub repository. Link is available in the description box below. If you wish to connect with me on other social platforms, the link is mentioned in the description box below. If you have any queries or suggestions, please feel free to ask. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.